So you want to learn power chords and why they're so cool. Check them out. They just sound rad, don't they? And they're dead easy to do. I'm going to show you how to learn power chords in this video, and I'm going to explain to you why they're so useful first of all. So the first thing is power chords sound great with distortion on an electric guitar. They're used a lot in rock music, metal music by bands such as Metallica, Iron Maiden, Nirvana. They're used all the time. Green Day use them all the time. They're great chords. The next part of them is they can also be used as substitutes for normal chords. Say you're, for instance, playing a song that is a clean song normally and uses ordinary open chords. You can substitute those chords with distorted power chords to give it more of a rocky feel as well. So let's explain to you how to do them, and let's keep it as short and brief as possible and straight to the point though. So there's a few different ways to do them. I'm going to show you how to start off with them, and then I'm going to show you how to add to them, and then I'm going to explain open power chords to you as well. So there's like 3 different parts to it. Let's start off with a 5th fret power chord. So the first place to start is to just put your first finger down on the 5th fret. We'll do it on the low E string, and just get used to being in that position first and strumming that note, just that string. And if you want to get a different sound as well, and this is another cool thing about power chords, you could mute. So if this hand here, if you move it just ever so slightly onto the strings, you can deaden the note, and it sounds really cool as well. The next part to that is to add this finger in, okay? And we're going to add it onto the next string. It goes onto the next string, and for a power chord, it's always 2 frets up from wherever your first finger is. My first finger's on the 5th fret, so should yours be. So 2 up from 5 is 7. So we're going to put our 3rd finger here on this fret and this string. Now just strum just those 2 strings. Don't strum past them, just those 2. Instantly puts a smile on my face. And it sounds great and rocky straight away. Now do a few strums on it. Okay, now if you are struggling with that stretch there, you can use your little finger instead, and you can play it like that. There's the muted sound. Then next extension, the final extension for a power chord, if you want to thicken it up even more, is to put your little finger on the same fret as this 3rd finger, but on the next string down, so it's going on the D string, and you end up with this. You only strum the 3 strings, and it thickens it up a little bit more. Okay, and then the next step, once you've got used to that, is to move between different frets, and I like doing it in sets of 4s or sets of 8 because they just work. So I'm on the 5th fret there. Let's practice going from the 5th fret to, say, the hardest stretch is the 1st fret because it's the biggest one. So 5th fret to the 1st fret. So I'll do 8 strums on each one and move it, and I'll do them open first, and then the second repeat I'll do them muted. It sounds great. It sounds so rocky straight away, doesn't it? Okay, and then the next thing that you want to learn is open power chords, because the open is a note, but it's one that you can't physically see. So it is classed as a fret, but you can't see it. So you have to kind of imagine it being here, the open fret. So if you imagine that you was doing a power chord here, you'd be like that to do it, an open one. However, it makes no sense to use this finger there because it doesn't need to be there. So a good way to do open chords is to cover where these 2 fingers are. Just put this first finger over those 2 strings and back bend your finger a little bit at this joint. Now the benefits of doing that with an open one is later down the line when it comes to riffing, so turning your power chords into riffs, you've got all these fingers available to add to it. So you could add stuff like this in, like so it adds a lot of stuff in. You can add loads into it to turn it into a riff. If I was doing that, it'd be a lot of wasted energy to add all that extra riffage into there. So do power chords like that. And the final part with power chords is that you only really do them on this string, this and this string. They change shape a little bit on this string, so I'm not going to get into that string. So really just focus on doing on the A string, sorry, the E string and the A string. That's it, dead short, dead straight to the point. Hope that helps you. Let me know if you've got any questions about power chords in the comments below. If you could like the video, if you feel that it's helped you, and if you could subscribe to the channel, that helps me to keep teaching you and keep helping others like you that want to learn the guitar as well.